Damn, okay. Almost here. Yeah, it's gonna meet up with our talk. Okay. I am here.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just
Okay.
after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong.
Okay.
At the
It
Battle
was
of the
like a
Frozen
message for
Ghosts,
him.
he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout.
Yeah.
Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
So which one? It wasn't like a parting message, but she was just
We can resume any
talking
time you
about him.
like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again.
Yeah.
Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
Okay, Scion. What's up? Right, let's go talk to him real quick. And why is he so far away? Alright.
My chieftain,
Just, Aloy,
as you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Aurea might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Aurea would be alone,
Okay.
and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost.
I guess.
Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
I mean, who knows, man? Let's go with this one.
Because of her, we destroyed the cauldron, forced out the daemon, and saved the spirit. She understood what had to be done.
Yes, and I failed to listen.
You didn't fail.
A shaman should always have the ear of their chieftain. Yet I turned her away, my own sister. I was foolish, but she knew better.
Well, she was a
Though
shaman.
I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A
They're giving
wiser
it back.
one for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan
Yeah.
said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuk has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help
Yeah.
with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
I guess, yeah.
Time to talk to Cyan.
Yeah.
Should be interesting.
Let's go talk to her. Ay, come on, Aloy. Man, why did he go so far away? Alright.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility.
What did you
Because of
come
your
up with?
efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus.
Hephaestus.
I feel profound grief over Aurea's death.
What?
I thought I was familiar with the
She's like
emotion,
an AI.
but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring.
Okay.
You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus.
Yeah.
We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
Okay.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making
Okay.
and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions
Stop copying
didn't
me,
seem
Aloy.
limited to me. You cared about Aurea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems,
What are those?
but I was alone. It was Aurea who renewed me,
So Cyan is an
repaired
AI
me.
that has some
She saved me.
type of
This
emotions,
Firebreak project,
I guess.
it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes, I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties.
Okay.
I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility,
And that's
I
a lot of
predict
time.
caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes,
Yeah, just a little
if
bit.
only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleague, Cyan?
No, I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow years
Yes.
after his tenure ended.
Okay.
He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation.
Okay.
There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no.
No.
To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location,
Okay.
one I've never been able to trace. So while losing
So
the
he's
cauldron
out there
was a
with
setback,
Hades.
It's still out there.
Because
We've
Silence
gotta
has
get him
Hades.
with us.
undoubtedly.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk.
Okay.
Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Aurea said you were desperate. That you...
So was it
went over.
Hephaestus or was
Yes.
it Hades?
I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming.
Okay.
It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After
Okay.
that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your
And this is
empathy
crazy.
is
This is
greatly
just
appreciated.
AIs
It is a quality that
trying
I
to fight
cherished in Aurea as well.
for the human race and the planet. And then there's other AIs that just
Think
want
I
to
know where Hephaestus came
destroy
from.
everything.
Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later.
Yeah.
A terraforming system.
Project Zero Dawn.
And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told
Okay.
me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension,
Okay.
most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19
Hades.
years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Them so.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct?
Yeah. So he sees
Machines
them as
that are purely
enemies.
servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we
Okay.
all have machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, fireflies
Okay.
are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines.
Yeah.
If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus.
Yeah.
A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its
So
control.
bringing back Gaia.
When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan.
So probably on the second
I ran
game,
across this strange
Forbidden
piece
West,
of gear. A fragment of
maybe
something larger. It emitted a
our
signal.
main enemies will
All
be
the nearby machines became
Silence
peaceful,
with Hades
walk right
and
up to them.
Hephaestus.
Interesting. You said
I don't
that
know,
Gaia
just
destroyed
thinking.
herself.
Just the top
How
of my
was
head.
this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain.
It's probably doing the same thing that they did on the
Think
first
the
game,
fragment
just
was
Hades, you know,
part
just
of her?
It's only speculation,
controlling
but it
people
is
like the
possible.
Eclipse,
She must have had complete control over
and then
machines
just
that were
getting
part of her
together with
system.
Hephaestus
The ability to signal them to become
just to
passive
create like more
or aggressive would certainly
aggressive
have been
machines,
part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond
and
with
just
such a
made
benevolent
specially to just
AI.
hunt people like the Fireclaw.
I wish
It's
she
just
had
a hunter
survived.
killer, how
Believe
they
me,
called
Cyan.
it.
So do I.
Well, alright.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk.
Okay.
I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Aurea.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
Okay. Damn. Tell him the truth. Are you sure? I don't know. Should we tell them about computers or not? I don't know. I guess we should tell them about computers. Whatever.
You have to tell them you were made by the old ones. that you're not any kind of spirit. It's the only way they can start to learn about how things really are.
I see. Do you believe that I misled Aurea?
No. Not in any way that mattered.
She perished believing she was preserving the blue light of her beliefs.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But what she really wanted to preserve was you.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world?
Sure.
I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can.
Okay. The Forges Winter has been completed. Okay. The overrides are available. Okay.
Your time among the Banuk
Oh,
was
silence.
fast after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So,
Of course
the
you're gonna
signal
show up
that
now.
woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. It unleashed them on the world. His minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life, aberrant life, transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our
Yeah.
current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of
Yeah.
mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
Yeah.
We.
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Okay. Yeah. Hephaestus is still out there. And Silence has Hades. So yeah. They could be the bad guys on Forbidden West. But I guess I'm gonna have to wait until February to find out about that. But guys, I'm gonna leave this part here. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe,
Chill, almost
share
feels like
this
summer.
with your friends, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Alright guys, peace out.